Hey everybody, how's it going? Well, I thought I would drag you along with me on my latest adventure. This is going to be a slideshow video from my channel that is going to involve old photographs of Bakersfield and with new photographs that I will put next to the old ones in the slideshow for it, where practicable. Sometimes it's not possible, but that's what it'll be. History of Bakersfield. I did one about a year and a half ago, and a lot of people liked that. That one went from, it was History of Bakersfield from 1870 until 1920. This one's going to be 1920 to 1965. And this is a lot more complicated than just going out and shooting a video. Use my phone to shoot videos. Bring it back here. Download the video to the computer, name the video, especially if it's a multi-segment video. Those are a little more complicated, but still not real bad, just more time consuming. Name the segments, name the video, whatever, then put that all on a flash drive so I can organize it all. If I try to use my computer, my desktop to do that, it'll take everything on my desktop and I'll have to sift through that in the editing program. So I put it on a flash drive or a SIM card, usually a SIM card, they work a little faster. And then I use that, I take it off of that, put that in the editing program, edit everything. If it's a single segment video, it's pretty simple. As soon as I'm done, I can upload it right then to YouTube. It doesn't take long to upload stuff to YouTube. But in a multi-segment, I have to put everything together, splice everything together, make the little, changes from scene to scene, and any text that I might put in there. And with this, it's a lot more complicated. I use these books here and personal photographs that I have, postcards, whatever reference material I use for these old black and white photographs. And I take photographs of the photographs, then put those on the, and here you can see right there, this is, these are all the photographs that are on my phone, and I will be moving these into this flash drive when I'm done naming everything. And then I will go take pictures of the places as they look now, where practicable, and then do the same thing. Put those pictures on here, name them, stick them on the flash drive, and then when I'm all done and have that all organized, I will edit. I'll put that on my editing program and put it all together, and that is very time consuming. And while I do that, when I do that, I also put music on it, a little soft music in the background. Then I narrate over the slideshow, put in any text that I might need to do, and it's very time consuming. It's very rewarding. It's frustrating sometimes, but it's very rewarding when it's done. I'm always happy with the work I've done, and I really like it when you like it. That's the best part of it, really. So anyway, I'm going to get on with doing all of this, and let's move on to some of the other stuff that I have to do to make all this happen. Okay, here are some of the books that I used to for the older photographs. Bakersfield Pastoral, Bakersfield Picture Album, and the Bakersfield Photographic Past are all by Chris Brewer. And the Chronicles of Kern County by Jeff Nickel. I also used this Southern San Joaquin Valley Railroads by John Bergman, and Tehachapi by John Signor, and some of my personal photos. Here's some of those, and over there in those boxes. But so those are some of that's most of the reference material. I think there's actually one more book, but I can't remember which one it is right now. These are the sheets that I used, and I wrote down the name of the photograph, the page it was on, the year it was taken, and then created this, which I'm going to have to change. I've added a couple more pictures, but this was the order I would have put these in the video, starting with the 1920 pictures and ending with the 1965 photographs. So all that, I'll have to redo that. And then I wrote the addresses of all these places that I had information on, and some of them that I know, or some still exist, and some I just know where they are. And that way I could go down to wherever they were and take a photograph of what it looks like now. And then I made this so I could keep track of which ones I have the old photographs taken of, the ones I have the new photographs taken of, and the ones that are not practical. So as you can see, I have a lot of photographs I still need to take now. Okay, well, I have finished taking all the pictures I need to use, taking my phone, went downtown, did all that stuff, took all the pictures from all the books, and I now have those photographs cropped and resized, and they're on that flash drive right there, that thumbnail, and I am starting to go through them to make sure I have the then and now photos. Some of them weren't practicable, so I didn't get some of them, but I want to make sure they're all on there. And then I am going to open up my editing program and start entering these, start putting these photographs in the editing program in the proper order, and get going on this. Okay, well, I've got everything loaded from there onto the editing program. I use Adobe Elements as my program. This is the 2019 version. Now I have to go through all these photographs and find, this is the photographs in the order in which they will be placed in the slideshow. One of the things I didn't mention is that when I do this, when I put these in there, I have to select how long I want each photograph to be on the slideshow. And with the older ones, what I found in the last one of these that I did was people asked if I could leave the photographs on a little longer. So I'm going to leave the old photographs on for 10 seconds and the new ones for 6 seconds. And I got to do that for about 140 photographs. A lot of work. All right, well, I have gotten everything off the flash drive onto the editing program, all the then and now photographs. And now I have to go in, and between every photograph, I have to put a little black thing so it changes smoothly from one photograph to another and doesn't just jerk. Some of these, I changed the time that I wanted them to run. They seemed a little long, so I shortened them a little bit as I went along, and hopefully nobody will notice. But you'll know now after you saw it. All right, well, I have taken these papers, and these papers, and this paper, and these papers, consolidated all the information from all these papers onto this paper, and this paper just has places and dates, and I turned all of this into a 2-page script on which I'm sure I'll make plenty of mistakes, and I encourage people to point those out if you've got something wrong. All right, well, I've already been struggling for a while to get the narration thing to work right. It's been a while since I used it, and I had to reteach myself. This program doesn't give you a lot of instructions. I had to learn how to do almost all this myself. So anyway, we'll get the narration set up to where it doesn't feed back. I forgot to put a picture in. Now I got to go back, either dig the picture out of my project assets if it's in there. If I didn't put it in there, then I'm going to have to go back to my phone and reload the picture onto there, then onto the editing program, go back, delete the narration that I just did, and start from there. Oh gosh. All right, well, I got that fixed. Let's try this again. This is the original Southern Pacific Depot at Baker and Sumner, built in 1875. It was vacated this past June. Its future is uncertain, and this is what it looks like today. Well, I'm finally done. It's loading, ready to upload to YouTube as soon as I'm done with this, having myself a moon pie as a reward. Hope you enjoyed that little tag along. I thought it might be interesting. I read a novel by James Michener one time called The Novel, about what he did to write novels, and it sucked. It was a terrible book. I hope this isn't a terrible video, but hey, what are you gonna do? All right, keep shooting me the ideas. Drop them in the comments below. Shoot me an email at motorpoet59@gmail.com. Like, share, subscribe, click on the bell if you want to be notified of future content. See you all later.